Necesitamos estampillas que cambien.
Close enough.
You are now tuned in to your number one radio station.
Violent people.
Radio.
This Times list of top 100 podcasts ever sucks shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We're not
They
even
should
on it.
consult me. For one, we're not even on it.
I was
I'm
pretty
gonna
pissed
get on
off that they
LinkedIn
put "We don't know
and
what
share them
volume"
a
on
new
there.
As a podcast industry veteran, I'm allowed to tell them they stink at this. Kiwi.
Oh, God, you gotta have armchair expert with Dak Shepard. That's
Gotta have New Heights there. A podcast that's exists for all of 2 years. Gotta get that in the mix.
Is How Did This Get Made on there?
I'm
I'm almost there. I can tell you,
pretty sure. Pretty sure.
it is not.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. It's
I
I don't think
mean-
it should be on there, but my god, that's such one of the
From-
most annoying shows to ever hear about.
Yeah, from a historical perspective, it should probably be on there just for its influence and influencing other really annoying podcasts. But it was one of those ones where, like, around 2017, I'm like, all right, they need to stop these fucking live episodes. It is insufferable to listen to.
How long has Pablo Torre Finds Out been a thing?
That
Like,
can't be on here.
It's
A
on
year.
here. I mean, I like it.
It
I'm
is
a
on here.
fan, but I feel
It
like
is
I
really
just,
good.
but like it just started.
Yeah.
I feel like
They
you gotta
should-
take other shows off, other sports shows off to have that on there.
Well, yeah, because
There's like
none of the Pardon My Take shit was on there.
Fuck. This is just a business.
Mostly, I
There's-
saw people being really cool about how Cumtown wasn't on there.
But like, there's no tech, there's no gaming. Like, I do not count Kara Swisher's podcast as tech. I will. Refuse.
How amazing would it be if Tanner's other podcast was on there?
I'd fucking kill myself. Like, I would legit kill myself. I'd be gone. Light my house on fire. It'd be done. Make sure my wife and dog are safe. Burn in my house.
Yeah, the enclosed pool area would be safe.
Oh my god. Wiser Than Me with Julie Louise Dreyfus. I didn't know she had a podcast.
Is the Obama Bruce Springsteen podcast on there?
No, it should be though. I think it should be.
Hey, what about the tennis podcast? We all listen to that,
I
right?
saw that and I'm like, who? What the fuck?
That could be a fake one they sneak in there, and I'm like, oh yeah. Yep, that one.
There's a number of them that I'm like, that's not real. That's not real.
Oh my god.
I think I glanced at that list and I'm like, I've listened to one episode of one of these.
I'm sure I've heard a few. Like, I'm assuming Comedy Bang Bang is on there.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
But
Yeah,
Gilmore
Comedy
Guys is though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they had like 10 separate entries that were all just cast members of The Office watching The Office.
Is WTF on there?
Yeah,
Yes,
that is.
WTF is on there.
Okay.
Any other fun takes you would like to see if they have it on here?
I'm just trying to think of like big podcasts that I've listened to.
Big podcast. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, I got my Vinegar Syndrome Ultra Mac and Me in the mail.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, so that's
How's it
I gotta
feel?
set aside a night, to just like lock myself in the cave and You just blast that straight into my brain again.
Yeah,
In
got a Big
4K.
Mac.
Yeah, I was it Coke or Pepsi that they were drinking? I think it was Coke.
It's gotta be Coke because it's a McDonald's tie-in.
Yeah.
Is this all gonna be in the show? Is this all?
It can
Great
be.
content.
This feels good. What episode is this?
I mean, it would be
59.
Hey there, folks.
very
This is episode
good
59
to-
of Violent People Radio.
Yeah.
We're gonna airlift you in now. You've heard us talk, but this is really where we call this the show, as the kids call it. I'm Sam. With me, Dan. Dan, how you doing?
Doing fantastic.
Pat, how we doing?
I think we should title this one "Breaking News on Hulk Hogan's Death," and then people listen to 10 minutes of us complaining about the fucking podcast countdown.
Where I'm like, This American Life is a radio program. Shouldn't
Chris,
be
how
on
you
here.
doing?
I'm doing swell.
You know what? You're right. You're right. Is Freakonomics on here? It's a lot of me going, are these shows on here?
And then it's like,
Freakonomics
okay,
not on
This
here.
American Life is on here. Serial is on here. We also need S-Town on here?
I feel like
We
you don't
did it.
need S-Town if you got Serial.
Yeah, Serial did it.
Serial did it.
Was this voted on, or was this just an editorial fiat situation?
Let's look up. It says, how did we choose? How we choose. No, they do this like they're doing a recipe. It's like you're folding laundry or going for a run or prepping your kids' lunch. Well, come on. I clicked a little button to say, how did we choose? Not give me your life story. I gotta tell you, they don't really do a good job explaining what the fuck they're doing. It
So
sounds
they
like a
got
pain.
something to hide. They're trying to
Yeah.
hide.
Yeah,
the
Trying to
decision
hide
makers.
why they didn't include Violent People Radio or QNTR or Dig Deep.
or at least there was
It's weird.
Cast.
They did include Cole's Best of the Super Juniors podcast, which I find suspicious.
I'm just so upset looking at it. I will not get over this. The dollop not on here. They just fucking hate comedy. They just hate comedy. Good lord.
Comedy Bang Bang not being on there is crazy.
Insane.
I don't get it, folks. I don't get it. I've been doing podcast shit for now a decade, which is disgusting. And this has grinded my gears beyond belief.
I mean, it is a really, really funny bit to be like the 100 most influential podcasts ever and not even mention Chapo Trap House.
I
Like,
do like
whether
how there
you-
are 5 shows from The Ringer.
Yeah,
In
it's
the
like
top 100.
whether you like these shows or not, I mean, if you're doing like 100 of all time, there's certain ones that you just kind of have to include.
Okay, though, listen to this. When I Googled Time's Top 100 Podcasts, the very first headline, Time Magazine humiliates itself by excluding Joe Rogan.
Oh, they fucking show their cock
Oh,
and balls
yeah,
in front of
yeah.
the class. Good lord. I love that. I love that. Dan, send that to me. I need that.
All the fucking coolest people on Twitter are really mad about that one right now.
Now, who'd you say died?
I think
How's
Joe
the other
Rogan.
Chuck Mangione. Rest in peace to a legend.
Rochester's own. Rochester's own.
Oh, and you're still doing the show?
It's got to
Keep
pay
saying.
tribute.
Gotta pay tribute.
We love the flugelhorn.
I
So,
feel it's
yeah,
messed up. They didn't say that Terry Bollea is dead. Because that just leaves a seed of doubt in my mind.
No, if
Oh.
Hulk Hogan is dead, you think Terry Bollea is dead? Or you think Terry Bollea is alive? Come on,
I
get
think
real.
if you have a
Get
different
fucking
dick
real.
size than someone, then like your life is not dependent on them.
And can
Get
we get
fucking
into
real.
what this means for real American freestyle wrestling? That's what we're all
Oh, it
thinking
means
about.
Eric Bishop.
I thought
Eric
about that.
Bischoff is so fucked. That's so good.
Man, Ben Askren was just about to come out of his coma or whatever and do this. That's what it was, right? Coma? I think Dan
I think he had
Beardo
like a
was
double lung transplant. He's
yeah, pretty
awake
much
now.
the same thing. Oh my god. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. What about Real American Beer? Right? Wasn't that the official
Yeah.
beer of WWE?
So there is so much like shady money laundering shit that like by venture capital freaks using the Hulk Hogan brand that the bubble just immediately popped like Hogan's heart. It's so good.
They're
I
really
think this is
banking
gonna
on
be
the
good. This is
WWE.
gonna be good for beer. There's gonna be weirdos buying it right now.
But
Because it's the
also,
collectors hired them, or out of respect.
I mean,
no,
both.
it's gonna be yeah, both. It's gonna be like when Benoit died, and it was already out that it was a murder suicide. And I remember that weekend or the weekend after or something, I was in a Target, and this is when Target still had like I guess a robust action figure selection or something. But I saw a guy with like 3 Chris Benoit action figures that he had dug out from the wrestling toys. And I could just tell, like, this guy thinks he's gonna, be a millionaire one day, and he
I
probably
sold
is.
my Hard Knocks the Chris Benoit story for like $50 at school. College.
The
I know
really good,
like it
the
wasn't like
really good shit.
little kid. It was like a grown man in college was like, "You have that, man? I'll give you like 50 for it." I was like, "That's a dumb thing to do here."
Yeah, I mean, fucking get the money. But the good shit is going to be in the coming months as all of Hogan's family members try to like get their pension through the Hulk Hogan IP. So we're going to see like Linda Hogan versus his 23-year-old yoga instructor widow. We're going to see Nick Hogan pop out. It's going to be really, really messy, and it's going to be really, really funny.
We're gonna get some crazy like lawsuits.
Like, who gets custody of Brian Knobs?
What was it that Jimmy Hart posted tweeted like 2 nights ago?
It was his entire cock and balls.
Oh,
And that he had a fun night at karaoke with
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's deleted the cock and
He's
balls and
deleted
the,
it now.
Oh, what a coward. On Elon Musk's Twitter, they wouldn't leave that up? What do you got to lose?
The funniest part about all of this is that Bubba the Love Sponge is vindicated.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, who are the real winners in this story? Brooke Hogan's husband, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Bix.
Yeah, oh man, I haven't even checked in on Bix.
I haven't either, but I'm sure this is a great day for him.
Bix has been hitting that weed pen since 11 a.m. this morning.
Dude, the next Between the Sheets, which also should have been on the 100 podcast list, that next episode is going to be 18 hours long.
Bix took the strongest weed concentrate he could and found the highest quality record he has in his collection, and he's just been he's having the best day of his life right now.
He crammed an entire fistful of Bam Margera THC gummies into his mouth at once, and put on like the West German UMG pressing of Station to Station.
We love you.
Oh man, Bam Margera also outlived Hulk Hogan.
Despite Hulk's thoughts.
No, they're together now. I'm the 50th person to make that joke today, but
Who cares? It's good.
First one in the pod.
I mean, the important thing is that we can be brought together as a community and enjoy these jokes and japes by just a simple little gesture, such as Hulk Hogan fucking dying.
Rest
That's
in this bozo.
that's the solving, the balm that society needs is just more fucking wacko MAGA boomers who did steroids for 40 years straight, having their hearts explode.
And
It
it's
sucks being a wrestling fan at a job, though. Let me tell you, rough day for you folks, me included.
That's true. I look forward to what weird shit I'm going to overhear tomorrow morning.
I had the weird thing of like, hey, hope you're doing okay. I didn't know what to say. I'm like, I'm doing just fine.
Again, this is not my
God,
Facebook
fine.
guy thing. One time, an old lady from my church that I hadn't gone to in years posted on my. It was when Roddy Piper died, and she posted, "I hope you're doing okay." on my Facebook wall.
Exactly the same.
And
Exactly the
I
same.
love
Or
Roddy
Hulk
Piper, but
Hogan
I was
instead.
doing fine. I got through my day all right. Pat
like,
asked for a Facebook update. I don't really have a lot of good Hulk Hogan Facebook
No,
content,
no,
but
no,
I
no,
do
no, no,
have
no, 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 no.
no
I asked for the Rice Report.
the Rice Report, which is I do have Bull Payne telling people he worked with Hogan in the AWA on Facebook. That's just not true. They missed each other by almost a full year, but I fucking love wrestlers. Oh, that's I mean everyone, and then lots of people getting mad that anyone saying anything bad. Lots of wrestlers being like, he was a legend, you respect him, he's allowed to be racist, stuff like that.
Yeah, previous Violent People Radio guest Phil Schneider posted a thing for his Yahoo. Like he posted a thing on Yahoo Uncrowned, which was like 5 hidden gem Hogan matches because obviously they're going to cash in on the SEO. And in his tweet sharing the link, he was like, what can you say? Hulk Hogan, dog shit person, great wrestler, but that's most wrestlers. And the most normal non-basement dwelling people in existence are crawling out of the mire to reply to him on that one.
Give me one such incredible reply.
All right, let me sit down at my computer. Let me bring up X, the everything app.
Oof, my foot is fully asleep. My dog has been on my leg since this thing started, and it's vibrating with
All right, X
uncomfortability.
is still loading. My feed shows as something went wrong. Try reloading.
That's good. That's what you want. Maybe this isn't meant to be.
No. You keep going. You guys keep going. I'll find it eventually. Got people tweeting about Deltarune.
Dan, let's do some promotion right now. Tell
Oh,
me about
here
all the
we
new
go.
hybrid shoot books coming out next year.
There's a bunch of them. One's about Bret Hart, Sam's favorite wrestler.
Ass.
Okay,
Next one.
at Ariel Helwani. So much for at Uncrowned Combat being quote unbiased. You are all a bunch of liberal. You are all a bunch of liberal biased hacks. No respect for the dead. And then the same person also replied, I guess like 30 seconds apart. You're a dog shit person for trashing a person who just died. Someone else says, and I clicked through to this person's profile. They are a big Steelers fan, so make of that what you will. Shit, you're really painting a wide population of people with one brush here, claiming that great wrestlers are, quote, usually, unquote, dog shit people. Pretty sure you're way off with that. But all right, nice sentiment about the humans in the sport you cover. We just got, really cool people coming at Phil, and I'm sure he's going to
I
feel
I
afraid
need
for
to
his
be very
life.
transparent with you. When you first started talking, I did think Ariel Helwani was posting this.
No,
Which I
it's
thought
just
was an
people.
insane thing for a person to do, but it's actually somehow funnier that this is him adding Ariel Helwani to tell him this.
Yep.
Beautiful. Perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, this person's the person who did those first two comments is at End Days Witness.
I did leave a pretty good one off the Rice Report. I just remembered. Bobby Fulton's son, Dylan Hines, posted, "Every time a wrestler dies, I fear that it comes in threes. My father's had a lot of health issues, and it sends me to dread that he could be one of the three." There you go.
Yeah, who's the third man?
Yeah, it might be Bobby Fulton is what we're finding out.
Man, so Hulk Hogan, this past couple days, Hulk Hogan's really been up and down because I mean Ozzy Osbourne died and he was probably really sad about that. But Malcolm Jamal Warner died too, and he's probably pretty happy about that one.
And he had a fun night at karaoke. Can't
Yeah,
forget
and
the
then
fun night at karaoke.
Yeah, he had a great night out with his boy Jimmy, probably celebrating Malcolm Jamal Warner dying. And then Ozzy died, and then Hogan said, "I can't go on without Ozzy." And probably on his deathbed told a story about like being Black Sabbath's touring bassist in 1982. It's a crazy day, and I almost wish that this had happened 10 years ago, just because the internet sucks so bad now. Like everyone's just kind of like disengaged. If this had been 10 years ago when everyone was still fully like jacked into the machine, oh my God, everyone would have been going absolutely buck wild on this, and it would have been amazing.
Well, if it happened 10 years ago, it would have happened on the day that the tape got fully leaked.
Yeah, that would have been even funnier. That would have been like the tape comes out and Hogan just immediately drops dead.
That's actually pretty understandable.
Like this scandal comes out and his heart just like exits his body with a slide whistle sound.
Yeah, he gets the call from Vince saying, "We can't have you on." And then the heart just stops.
Yeah. Man, what's it with, poor Eric Bischoff, poor Brian Knobs, poor, I can't remember if he's on good terms with Beefcake anymore. All those people who like made their entire brand, and their entire professional career of, I know Hulk Hogan. They got nothing now. They're going to have to, they can't say that they know Randy Savage or Warrior. I don't think knowing DDP really means anything.
Everyone knows DDP.
Exactly. It's it's kind of like
EDP's gig seems to be knowing Cody currently, so it's like I know the guy that knows Cody.
Knowing DDP just means he did drugs, and everyone did drugs. So
I don't think they're on good terms. This is Brutus Beefcake. Through the good times and the bad, I've always loved you, brother Terry. I am devastated by the loss of my friend. I only wish we had time to mend our broken friendship before his passing. Until I see you, brother, in the big squared circle in the sky. I love you.
Meanwhile, I'm sure like Greg Valentine posted like he was gay or something, just like some other like total dickish thing. Has anyone checked in on Horace? Is he doing okay?
I normally do, and like in this case, I haven't.
Does anyone know how to check it? Does Horace is he just like wandering the plains somewhere, or does he have any means of contact?
Hey, Chris, you weren't here last week. What have you been watching?
Been not watching a ton of stuff.
Jeez. Okay.
My life has been pretty hectic lately.
Okay.
But I've been watching some stuff here and there. I watched something called All in Texas. It wasn't that memorable of a show. It didn't have that many good matches. Probably not going to talk about it. No, I thought All In was an excellent show after the first hour and a half.
That's a very funny statement. But yeah.
Are you counting the pre-show
correct.
in that, or are you counting or are you just starting from like the start of the show proper?
The pre-show, I liked the FTR match.
Sure. That's all right.
I thought you didn't watch Zero, Sam. You go back and catch it?
I just watched that one match.
Because
That
do you know
one
who did
match.
watch the match before that? Also from the Rice
You?
Report? Well, not me. I didn't watch Zero. I'm not a
Oh,
fucking
I'm sorry,
maniac.
you're not from
I
the
actually
Rice
have
Report, you
watched
are.
All In now, but I haven't. But I wanted to let you guys know that Tank says the Costco guy is the drizzling shits. Fuck him and his goofy ass kid.
Tank?
Tank.
Oh man,
I had that one ready to go. I was like, we're gonna talk about All In, and I got Tank's thoughts.
what a bummer.
I did enjoy that. Have fun with that match, seeing like Big Boom AJ and Hedgie Cero go head to head. But yeah, the first like portion of the show, the trios match is pretty forgettable. It's like a pretty decent match that like would have probably been a pretty good TV match, but as like the opener to a huge show, you're just like whatever. The Casino Gauntlet was just it was not good. It had like some fun moments here and there, but it was a slog. And then the TNT match just flat out sucked.
Good finish.
Good
What a result.
finish. But I mean, they already had a lot of work to do after like Adam Cole pretty much comes out and says, "Hey guys, I like crying in the ring. I might have to retire. I don't know. Thanks for your support. You guys mean a lot to me." And then you've got like Sammy Guevara, who's like working for the third time in 24 hours, working a 4-way match that's really by the numbers. Yeah, it's not good. But then the show picks up after that. The EVP Stip tag match injects a lot of life into a pretty dead crowd. Like pretty much the exact match like the crowd needs, with all of the big offense from the Bucks and Swerve and Osprey, and I had a lot of fun with it. The Casino Gauntlet I thought was like, even though there were a lot more wrestlers I liked in the men's gauntlet, I thought the women's gauntlet was a lot better structured. It told like actual stories within it, was building feuds better. And Athena won. And I like Athena.
That was
Maybe
a nice
she'll-
surprise.
Maybe she'll get an actual push. I thought the 3-way tag was fun. Lashley and Shelton like have just been tearing apart the tag division, and like it's got structurally it's kind of whatever, but Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey have been really good in AEW, and Christian Cage and Nick Wayne have been decent. And I like watching the Hurt Syndicate beat the piss out of people, and I really liked the angle with Christian getting left by his family. I thought that was good, even though if I'm not super excited to see Edge and Christian eventually reunite.
I am. For every Edge and Christian that you will not be excited for, I will be twice as excited.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love how you keep me in line like that.
Well, it's about balance. You know,
Yeah.
you aren't excited to see Edge and Christian, so I am going to be insufferable about it.
And like it's a perfect time because the other members of that TLC match are starting to really are going off. So if
Yeah,
the stars align.
in the true number 2 promotion.
NXT. That yeah.
Well,
And then
we do know that AEW has open lines of communication with Rhino.
Ooh.
that's a fact.
If they can get Kurt Angle, they got it. It's all locked in.
And then the triple main event, I loved all 3 matches. I mean, you've seen it's been like 2 weeks since the show happened, so you've seen tons of praise for these matches. But Mercedes versus Tony was probably my favorite of the 3, but they're all really close. They're all 3 phenomenal matches. Mercedes versus Tony, even though the build was the weakest of the 3, it like in the ring it felt like these were the 2 biggest deal women's wrestlers in the company finally locking up. And like I think it told a good story with like Tony basically having to take everything from Mercedes, who's been so dominant, and like being a little bit of an underdog, even though she's like a multiple time champion herself. And I thought it felt like somehow it was like the 3rd part in a series, even though it was their first match together in AAW. So I loved that match. Okada versus Omega probably isn't their best match together, but it was great. I haven't listened to the Dig Deep Super episode about it. I'm just going to defer to whatever Flay says about this match, because he'll probably say it a lot better than I will. But Okada is still like so great at structuring his matches. Like Omega can be inconsistent, but like when he has a big match, he's brought it this year. If he really is hurt and it's not like a work injury, like Will Ospreay seems to be, that's a huge bummer. And then like Page versus Moxley, like for as annoyed I've been for a lot of the Death Riders shit they've done, like this is how you pay all that off. You have like, yeah, you like have all the run-ins, but because Moxley wins with the Death Riders, you have to have like the backup. So like Darby returning, Danielson coming in the Blue Panther match, it works. It feels organic. All of these are like established off of like existing feuds, so it doesn't just feel like the Cody Roman match where it was just like, oh, the like Seth Rollins is coming out now. And it's like, why is Seth Rollins here? He's not like a part. I mean, I guess he's a part of this. Like, why is this guy coming out? Like, why did people want Austin to come out? He had no part of this feud. Like, all of like everyone who was a part of the match was like organically a part of this feud, and it was built like in the way AEW has been booked. So it worked. And the work was really good. Like Hangman and Moxley have always had good chemistry. There are some sick bumps. Moxley lately, I think, has like made a point not to bleed as much, and so him bleeding in this match felt bigger. And so yeah, it was a great show. I liked it a lot. Other than that hour and a half, which is a slog.
There we go.
Do you think that Okada versus Omega lost some? Do you think it would have been like a full star or two better if they had been in the Tokyo Dome?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Only question that matters. Only question that matters. Anything else you watched other than the best pay-per-view the AEW's ever put on?
Yeah, earlier in the week I put out requests. I put out a request to give me
Oh god.
3 shows for me to watch.
I have to get
And
off
I
here, guys.
would
I'll talk to you guys later.
I would watch them for tonight's episode of VPR. The first request I got, I believe, was from a bastard, and it was for the IWA Deep South show that Mr. Hughes was on. And unfortunately, I did not watch that because I did not want to give the Title Fight Network money. Because I don't want to be, I do not want to be implicated in any way of what that money laundering scheme is.
Let me check really quick if a service that I've given money to freely in the past. Let's see if their website is even still up. StreamXPW.com is still advertising last year's Carnage Cup.
Nice.
That's good.
It also has. Oh, is it? When did this go up? It has something called UEW Underground TV.
Yes.
But the latest episode they have, it says we kick off 2016. So I don't know, and they also have a video called Kamala is Bad.
Uh,
I don't know, man. I mean, you could have given your money to these guys if IWA Deep South had said like, okay, we want to stick with Stream XPW.
it's true. That is true. Horik suggested the Kyushu Pro Mentai Kid retirement event because he had it bookmarked, and he just said, I had this bookmarked, you should watch it. And so I watched it, and the opener I enjoyed a lot with, I'm going to butcher 2 of these names, George's Kukaz and Hidemaru Sasaki versus Kodai Nozaki and Naoki Sakurajima. I think I only butchered one of those names. But that was a really fun opener. Kukaz, or however you pronounce his name, has a really cool beard. But it's just a really solidly worked like undercard J Indie tag. The other undercard matches, there's only 2 of them. It's a Kyushu Pro show, so it's a very short show. Not great. It's a Sosan versus Baton Blah Blah and versus Taifu, which I don't remember anything about. And I watched it yesterday.
Pretty good.
And then a trios match with Lady C, Tajiri, and Ultimo Dragon versus Ryota, Chikuzen, Shigeno Shima, and Taro Nohashi. And that was like pretty fun. It was like decent. It was a decently worked trios match. Nothing like I would ever go out of my way to see. It was nice to see my buddy Tajiri, who I'm almost never checking his stuff out at this point. So, like it was like whatever. And then I really enjoyed the main event of Genkai versus Mentai Kid. I think Dan's talked about it on the show before. I'm not a big Kyushu Pro watcher. I've seen some Genkai matches before. I'm sure I've seen some Mentai Kid, if not from like the occasional Kyushu Pro I've seen. But I've maybe seen some like Toramon like matches he was in 15 years ago or something. But this was a really like fun, emotional retirement match. Mentai Kid has like a 20-minute entrance. Really well worked. The crowd's super into it. Genkai, like, I haven't seen a ton of his stuff, but whenever I do, I really like him. And so like this was a really solid watch. Only 4 matches on the show, so like I'm not gonna be like too mad even if I didn't like anything on it. But it was nice to see like a really solid J indie show in a year I haven't watched much of any Japan. And then one Dan Rice suggested I watch WWE presents NXT presents The Great American Bash.
Who was that
I'm really
recommended by?
sorry.
One Dan Rice recommended that to me.
Oh, oops.
So before Chris gets into his thoughts on the show, I just want to, Dan, what were your thoughts in recommending it? Are you mad at Chris? Did he do something that you want to punish him for?
I didn't know I was mad at Chris, but I answered it so quickly and so confidently with this that I must have been.
Yeah, it was like right away.
I just know that, like Chris has said, like when he hates me, you know, the fans like it, the listeners are into it. So I'm just trying to fuel those flames.
But good show, right?
So
We're good. That's
I've got a
NXT
big
show.
problem with this show. I have not seen much NXT in the past several years. Whenever I've checked in with WWE, it's mostly been like big pay-per-views. And I'm maybe watching like 1 or 2 of those a year, if that. I didn't get horny once during this show, and from my understanding of what NXT is, that's what it's all about. That's why you watch the show.
Are you sure you watched the right show? Are you sure you
I think
accidentally
so.
watch like WCW Great American Bash?
I'm pretty sure I watched the show. All of the names of what I saw on the cage match page were in line with like the matches, everything. Like Ethan Page was there. I recognized Ethan Page, so it must have been the right. Unless this was like a really, really accurate deepfake. But yeah, I did not get horny once. And
I'm actually surprised that that's not a bigger market, is people deep faking WWE matches to try and make them hornier.
Now, do you think this is like I don't want to skip right to the main event, but is this the best JC Jane match you've ever seen?
I mean, I've got to say it is the best JC Jane
Okay, I
match
figured it probably would be.
I've ever seen. So yeah, the opener. I did not watch anything other than the matches. I will tell you that.
Well, that's why you're
Because
not
fuck-
horny.
Because fuck you, Dan Rice. I'm not watching a contract signing with Trick Willie and
Trick who?
Trick Williams, aka Trick Willie,
That's what his
and
friends call him.
Joe Hendry and Santana. I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it.
I hate to say this,
Wait,
but like, don't skip floor play and then complain when I don't come.
Okay, I got
I
it.
don't like
I
that you
got
said
it.
that. I actually don't like that you said
Yeah,
that.
but
You can edit it. It's good.
I
we're
won't do
talking
that.
about the
No,
wrestling show, though.
I'm not editing 2 weeks in a row.
Uh,
Sorry.
but like, yeah, this was not a good show. Jasper Troy versus Javon Evans. Like Javon Evans, I think, is a very talented guy. Jasper Troy won the first season of WWLFG. He's a former football player, and he is dog shit.
Oof. Hate to hear it.
And so it's like Jasper Troy working like very basic powerhouse offense, and Javon Evans like trying to make the most of that. It's not very good. Izzy Dame versus Sol Ruka for the NXT Women's North American title.
Who's everyone's favorite North American women's NXT North American title holder in the history of the title?
I think it's Sol Ruka. I knew who Sol Ruka is because I've seen like gifs of her. She's like,
Yeah, she does the flipping cutter, right?
yeah, she's a big gif wrestler. Izzy Dame, another not very good.
Yeah, no. When I watched all that shit for that Brinley Reese thing, Izzy Dame was the one who really stood out to me as like, oh, this person's just bad at this.
Yeah, she's like really bad, and like I can say all I want about like the WWE house style that they're working, and a lot of these people not being very experienced is already like 2 strikes against my enjoyment of this show. But like for Sol Ruka, like she might be relatively inexperienced working a style that's not going to mesh with me. But it's like night and day between her and Izzy Dame. Like, my goodness.
And Izzy Dame, she's bad at it, but she's not even like entertainingly bad. It's not like Lita back in like 2000, where every time Lita did the diving Hurricane Rana, you thought like this is either going to kill her or kill her opponent or kill someone in the audience.
Yeah,
Izzy
it's
Dame
not.
is just really dull.
Yeah, that's what a lot of like bad wrestling is now. Unless you're watching JCW, and even then, a lot of it is
Well,
still
I've
dull.
got some other bad wrestling that was very exciting that I know you will be watching, but we'll wait till my turn for that one.
Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints. Falls Count Anywhere match for the NXT North American title. Best match of the night. It is a perfectly whatever WWE style walk and brawl. It was like fine. It's a bummer because like I've seen both of these guys have better brawl style matches in other companies. Ethan Page like has classics with Darby and Evolve and AEW. Ricky Saints had those like some of the best matches in Danielson's AEW run with the strap and the death match. And this was like boring WWE brawling. But it's like it's like the fucking coming of Christ compared to the rest of this card. Obafemi, who is a guy I actually like a lot, compared to the rest of, like, he is a guy that I have seen some of his matches, which I cannot say for anyone else on the NXT roster unless they came from somewhere else. Which, speaking of which he is facing Yoshiki Inamura, my 25th favorite guy from early 2020s Pro Wrestling Noah. And this, like, I like Obafemi. Yoshiki Inamura is, like, fine given the context, but this is mostly just, like, a beef match. And then the main event is Blake Monroe, the former Mariah May, and Jordan Grace versus Fallon Henley and JC Jane, who is a double champion now in NXT and TNA. And I mean, why? That's all I have.
You raise a good point, first and foremost. Also, I'm sorry.
Fuck you, Dan Rice.
Fuck you, Dan Rice.
I enjoy Chris is like a man of his word. Like, he put out this challenge. He could have very easily just not watched this show, but here we are. Better
I
man
wish
than
this
I am, almost
I
every
wish
way.
this show was on the Title Fight Network.
I would have started
So-
at Fuck Dan Rice and then not
Let
watched the
me,
show.
we're going to look up what the card was for IWA Deep South.
Oh, it is. I would have loved to watch that show.
I enjoy calling it the one with Mr. Hughes.
There's a lot more names on that.
Cage Match has
No,
a
I know,
Rumble
yeah.
match that has 2 people listed as question mark.
Well, that show was supposed to have Mickey versus Necro, and then Necro couldn't get there.
Yeah, so instead she was in a 4-way match: Jay Blade versus Kato versus Mickey Knuckles versus Sean Carpenter. Jimmy Controversy versus Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah,
Johnny Swinger in action.
I was really excited for the Tommy Dreamer match.
They have Robert Gibson, but no Ricky Morton, which is kind of crazy. I don't know, man. Maybe you should have just paid the $10.
Probably. Probably.
I was really disappointed that the Victor Thorne, Victor with a K Thorne, that's in that tag team match against Johnny Swinger and Action Mike Jackson is not Victor from
The Ascension.
The Ascension.
Isn't he like Big Vic now or something like that?
He was.
One of them got like a dumb, like, he changed their name to something.
Oh, it's
dumb.
Big Con. You're thinking of Big Con.
I'm thinking of Big Con, yeah. And then he changed his name to like Con Artist from D12. I don't know, man.
Then I thought about watching a different deathmatch show instead today, and then I got a migraine and took a nap.
Good call. Good call.
Well, I'm just gonna jump right in here to a deathmatch show that I know Chris will watch sometime in 2028 for the Lucha Roundup. I watched the 12th anniversary show of Zona 23. I've got my hastily scrawled notes here, but I gotta say one thing. I'm watching it on IWTV, a service that I pay for. They've got, multiple cameras going on, but it's in 720p, which seems absolute. Like I would have rather watched someone's phone video of it in, better quality than watch this IWTV broadcast. Because whatever money they're getting from IWTV for that, they are not putting it into the broadcast. I mean, they're also not putting it into paying their main eventers. But yeah, it was rough watching in parts.
Well, I don't know what
Oh,
went on with that.
resources.
People were talking about them not being on IWTV anymore, and there was talk that they were going to do a YouTube thing, but then this show just popped up, so I guess that didn't happen.
Yeah, because they had a show from April that went up, and then they skipped some shows during whatever drama that was, and then this popped right up on IWTV, and it's like no commentary. The sound is really blown out. The picture, like I said, it's only 720p, so watching it on any half decent TV, it just looks like you're watching like an ancient YouTube video. I don't know, but despite that, there was some good shit on there. I mean, speaking of people who are bad wrestlers, but it's really exciting to watch them, that's basically everyone in Zona 23.
Mm-hmm.
I did really enjoy there's an opening multi-man match with Tesorito versus Coco Loco versus Gato de Ecatepec versus Rocky Bulldog versus Peje Dos versus, and I just had a blank here because I didn't catch the person's name. I'm not sure if they ever actually said it in the ring announcements, but it looked like an old guy who manages like a can recycling place. They were just going around hitting each other in the head with shit. And I'm here for that. Some of, those things, it's always kind of a coin flip, whether it's going to be fun to watch or whether it's just going to be a slog. And there were other matches on this that were kind of a slog. That one was fun. The slog was, they did some big multi-man for like the, Extreme Cup or something with some of the established guys like Leviathan and Dement Extreme. And that one wasn't nearly as fun to watch as the one with just like a bunch of random wrestlers who are not seeing any pay for this whatsoever. Flystar and Paymon versus Cyber Black and Amnesia. That was fun. That was a fun shit show. Io del Fishman versus Gallego. Kind of disappointing. It was a Fishman style brawl, but it didn't have the, it didn't have the oomph. It didn't have the zazz. It was like Fishman, he was getting paid just enough to bleed and no more. Centurion versus Usir. I can't talk tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I'm too giddy over Hulk Hogan. Centurion versus Osiris. That was okay. It was fun. Osiris, I like watching him. Centurion, just kind of a guy.
I think next month we're getting Osiris Wotan.
Yeah, we are. And it's going to be fucking sick. We got Mr. Condor versus Makwaro for the hair. I won't spoil who won, but it was good, but it could have been better. I felt probably more strongly disappointed by this one just because it wasn't like two ancient men hitting each other in the head with cinder blocks for real. There was a lot of like interference, and I don't know why they weren't confident that these two could carry the entire match by themselves. I don't know if they were trying to transfer the heat to the people who were interfering. I don't know if it was just, Mexican booking conceit where they're like, we need to have other people brawl into this match. But it took the steam out of it for me. Though once it recovered from that, it got really good again. But the match of the night, Lunatic Fly versus Venganza for the hair. These two guys, they were doing stuff that was just stupid. And it was awesome. It was amazing to watch. But objectively, there's no way to watch this stuff and think anything but what a fucking dumb way to lose your... imagine explaining to someone that this is how you lost your eye. People in the crowd are handing them those skinny light tubes that are always getting stuck through people's arms. They're doing high-flying stuff that is beyond reckless. There are so many dives on this show that just go straight into the crowd. This match had a couple of really good ones. If you watch anything from the Zona 23 Anniversario, Lunatic Fly and Venganza, that's the match to watch. It's in my match of the year contention, just for being a completely out of its mind stunt show. Just two young guys who are willing to risk their health in a absolutely absurd way, trying spots that, even in a video game, wouldn't really make sense, and yet they found a way to do it with their own bodies and almost succeed at them. It's really good shit. But perhaps more germane to the interests of the podcast as a whole, I also watched the Game Changer Wrestling and Juggalo Championship Wrestling Showcase Showdown. Subtitle, The Violence is Right. Did you guys know that they were doing this?
Can't
I did
say I
not.
did.
Well, it was last week and it was on Triller. Everyone's favorite streaming service that we all know and love, the one that everyone subscribes to and watches, Triller TV.
That's the one.
And it was taped. It was one of the JCW shows where they, clearly were doing it in a music venue before an ICP concert. All the GCW guys got booed out of the building. They were setting up matches for the 2-day war at the Gathering of the Juggalos. We've got, sorry, I'm trying to find my notes for it here. If you want the matches, it was JCW matches and GCW matches, and only one match where the two companies intertwined. But they are setting up in a match that I know everyone is going to be super hyped for, Jordan Oliver and Alec Price versus the Brothers of Funstruction. I think we know what side we're on for that one. We
Let's
also
go.
had a... What's that?
I was just saying, let's go Ruffo and Yabo.
Yeah. Hopefully they get the GCW tag titles, so we have to see them in other promotions too. There was a surprisingly fun match for the JCW American title with Caleb Conley defending against Cocaine. And I have come to, I think I'm an unironic Cocaine enjoyer now. The bit used to be that he just was a skinny guy in a white Kane costume who would do all the Kane spots. And now he's kind of morphed into the sort of wannabe Jeff Hardy guy that you'd see in 2002 Indies in the first match on a Jersey All Pro show or something like that. Guys who see Team Extreme and they're like, that's who I want to be. He's kind of doing that now, which I've got time for. We also had Dr. Redacted versus Bam Sullivan, which I wrote down surprisingly good for a Bam Sullivan match. If people want to take the gamble on that one, knowing that it is a Bam Sullivan match, go for it. But the big... Do you guys know what the main event of this show was?
I do not.
It was a collision of the immobile object and the unstoppable force. It was Matt Tremont versus Madman Pondo.
Oh
with
my
Pondo defending
God.
the Juggalo. Pondo is defending the Juggalo Championship title. This was their the first Cody, or not the Cody versus Roman match where Cody finished the story. Just in terms of constant running, like they straight up ripped off the format where every couple minutes in the match, someone's music would hit and another person would run in, and then a corresponding person's music would hit and that person would chase the other person off. And they did that with like all the big names on either roster until finally the referee is out. So Brett Lauderdale runs into the ring, pulls off the referee's shirt, puts it on, and he counts Matt Tremont's pin. So GCW just stole JCW's title.
Let's go.
This is like the contrast in the JCW matches and the GCW matches on the show was really funny because JCW had, even if they're really silly and dumb storylines, they actually have storylines, characters, and things like that. And GCW was like, let's bring out, our tag champions to give a title defense to Philly C and Marino T for some reason. And that's it. I gotta say, maybe this is just revenge on my part for choosing to watch all of GCW's shows last year, all 10,000 of them. I am on Team Juggalo Championship Wrestling for this one.
That's right.
And also, I mentioned this earlier, but the other big important thing in JCW right now, Willie Mack and Matt Cross are still feuding.
They're destined to do this forever.
Yeah, Willie Mack came out for a run-in, and Matt Cross jumped him from behind and took him out. Neither of them even has the title anymore. So anyway, that is the wrestling I watched. I don't know who wants to go next, but I thought it was important to catch everyone up on the goings-on of the GCW versus JCW war.
I truly, truly appreciate it. I cannot quite put into words how much I appreciate it. Dan, you watch anything this week?
I watched a little bit of wrestling.
Ooh.
I watched that AEW show from Texas that Chris was talking about. I don't really have a ton to add, except that I agree with about the main event. Like, I'm not locked in on AEW, so like none of the storyline beats will obviously hit with me as well as they do with other people that follow it week to week. But I thought it did a great job of everything making sense, making me care. And then I don't follow Discord enough, like not the discourse enough to know if this is crazy. But I like Tony versus Mercedes better than Tony versus Mariah. I thought that was the best match of the show that I watched. And I didn't watch everything. I pretty much watched from like the last 4 on, and then I watched the AEW TNT title match, which was not good, but Dustin won, so that's something.
Are my ears working right now? Did Dan just say a women's match was the best match on the show?
Well, I made sure to
my
skip
God.
the gauntlet, though they put them all in, the Title IX gauntlet or whatever they called it. But I also watched this show. I watched in full.
Jesus Christ!
I watched in full the ASW, the Great Freedom Fest Bash 2025. This is from All Star Wrestling and Appalachian Championship Wrestling from Logan, West Virginia. This is on their YouTube, and more people need to watch Appalachian Championship Wrestling, which, I mean, I think this has like over 400 views on YouTube, so some people are checking it out. This is like, this takes place like basically in the center of Logan, so it's outside. It's a really good show. The name people will know is you have, I guess you have Bruce Gray and Ron Mathers. I don't know. They're the big names outside of the main event. But the match of the night was Suplex Country, which is Corey Sparks and Cowpoke Paul. I'm a big Cowpoke Paul guy, against Point Break. Just a fun fucking tag team match. Good shit. And then the main event is 4 guys people probably don't know if you don't follow this. It's Chase Emery, Gorgeous Gregory, Nick Hamrick, and Kanan Christopher versus this team of heavy hitters. The Powers of Pain, Barbarian and Warlord, Shane Douglas, and Chance Prophet. And it's just a good time when you have a
Chance Prophet. What a name you don't hear about much these days.
Well, he's the worker of that group. He's the young
Yeah.
the young pup of that group. He's 45, I think, and he's having to do a lot of the work.
God bless him. God
other-
bless him.
The other three guys don't really move. And Chance, say what you will, he can move. He can walk. When he walks, it looks like a normal human. Douglas and Powers of Pain.
I don't know if Chance
Not-
Prophet's walked like a normal human.
Well, a normal human in Logan, West Virginia.
Okay, yeah. That's
You
right.
gotta
Change
couch
the
it
math
with that. Yeah. But yeah, I think the whole show. I mean, I don't have the YouTube up, but it's definitely less than an hour and 45, or maybe right around that. And all their shows clocking under 2 hours, and usually they're in fun places like fairs or BW3 parking lots, or this is like right in the middle of town, out in front of the old newspaper building. But yeah, so people check those out. I hate that I watched this now because I really would have liked to get into the death panel for this. Slade versus Gabriel Sky from Beyond Blacktop Bloodbath, but this is June, so I missed my cutoff there.
I wanted to watch that one for the thing, and then I just I was running up against the deadline, and I'm like, I'm not killing myself to watch a Beyond match. So was I wrong to do this?
I think you should have watched it. I think it was great. I haven't got to watch it yet, but people are saying Slade versus Bear Bronson was awesome too from June.
That match. That match is like, there is so much blood in that match. It is genuinely insane.
So both of these were on my watch list, and then I just randomly watched this one first, and that threw Slade versus Bear Bronson higher on the list. I'll probably check it out when I can. But it's just Slade bleeds buckets, and he's a fucking crazy person. And just like Gabriel Sky actually looks like panicked at parts of this match. But like Slade, which seems to happen in a lot of his matches, he starts bleeding too much and way too early. I mean, the match is only 13 minutes, but he's bleeding almost instantly, and it's so much blood. And it's another outdoor show. This is like in front of a diner or something, and it's what it says here. But yeah, it's just a great match. People should watch it. I definitely didn't watch anything else in that show, and you probably couldn't pay me to. No, I'm not checking out any Love Doug or TJ Crawford matches.
Nope.
And the last thing that I wanted to point out is because WWE Vault, I'm like so excited for tomorrow, and I know I'm going to be let down. Because 2 Fridays ago we got Piper and Sawyer, and then last Friday we got brand new Randy Savage and Jerry Lawler. It's like, what the fuck are we gonna get tomorrow? Savage and Lawler fucking ruled. I saw some people being like, it takes too long to get going, or there's too much stalling, or you have to start halfway through. It was like, no, that's the best fucking part, is Randy Savage just not letting it start, just stooging and stalling. And I mean, this says it's 32 minutes long. It does not feel like that at all to me. It was a fucking hoot, and I think it just used to be better. It's just like, I mean, obviously both these guys know how to throw punches, but it's like Savage's selling of Lawler punches are so good. The finish is great. It's just, if you somehow are interested in that, and haven't watched it, which I think is crazy, do it. And I'm just crossing my fingers that tomorrow we get another,
Tomorrow's gonna be all Hulk Hogan, dude. Come on.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That probably fucked us. But we didn't get any warning about this one. They just threw it up there. They didn't even they just said, here it is. So, but you're right. We're gonna get lots of Hulk Hogan bullshit, and I didn't think about that at all.
I mean, there might be something cool in there. Like, we might get some Hogan house show match where, for whatever reason, he's got his working boots on that night.
Did you know in Japan he was a good wrestler?
I've heard that.
Yeah.
He had a move called the Axe Bomber that a politician stole from him. But that Phil Schneider article, one of the things he posted was a Hogan versus Sting cage match from a house show. And honestly, from what I watched of it, I was like, yeah, actually this is pretty cool. I would love to see if this was in high quality somewhere. And so, who knows? Maybe the Vault will post something like that.
What an HD fetishist you are. Come on.
If I can't see like the AI
Fucking
upscaling
sweat.
at work,
Why bother?
You know what?
Yeah,
If Sam's gonna call you out, I'm gonna say mid-show I put on the Zona 23. It looks fine.
I don't know. It's I was watching it on my TV.
I have it up
and
in
was
another.
just-
I have it up in another tab, and I was like, oh, that's perfectly fine. I'll watch the hell out of that.
Maybe
do
it's
wanna
with
make
my
clear-
TV then, because like it looked like pixelated and weird and shit like that. So I was like getting pretty pissed off because it kept saying 720p and it looked worse than that. So maybe it's an issue with my TV.
Well, I
And
doubt the
IWTV
TV.
is like the most disgusting visual you can have. Like
The Roku
it
app
probably was
is
720.
terrible.
but
Yeah,
It's
That's
also
what
just
I-
like everything looks the same, bad in the same way. It's not a fun streamer to watch.
While we talk, I'm going to bring it up on my laptop and see if it looks better.
but I will talk about. I did pull up the W Vault channel. It is funny. Like, I mean the Lawler Savage match has 46,000 views. So it's like that's great. But then 13 hours ago, they posted Orton versus Lesnar from SummerSlam a decade ago, and it got
Ooh,
almost 500,000 views in 13 hours. And it's like,
that'll do it.
but it's like
That'll
you could have seen that match at any point, whenever you wanted. But like W Vault posted, people are into it. But whatever. They want to post that stuff, and that supplements the cool stuff. I'll just put up with it.
Hey, is what it's all about.
Yep. But that's pretty much all I watched, Sam.
Sick. I watched. Yeah.
I should sneak back in for 1 second. I did watch the GCW versus JCW Superfan debate,
Okay.
which was moderated by Tommy Grayson. As you might expect, it was just a bunch of people just talking about whatever for like 2 hours. They started talking about Bret Hart getting kicked in the head by Goldberg, all that stuff. But they did confirm that appearing at the 2-day war will be Mr. 50s. And they revealed this via Tommy Grayson kind of going on a. First off, he started telling everyone to not throw bottles of Faygo at the ring, which, yeah, people shouldn't do that. And then he said, while I'm on it, people should also, be kind and show some grace to people who were in a bad personal situation. And he's kind of rambling about this for a few minutes until it becomes clear, like, oh, he's talking about Drake Younger. And then he just says he's talking about Drake Younger and asking people to like be nice to him at the gathering of the Juggalos.
And they should.
I don't know, man.
Should be.
It's like
What's Drake ever done to anyone?
I think Drake's
Yeah,
facing Drew Parker in a death match there.
yes, it's Mr. 50s versus Drew Parker.
In a death match. Mr. 50's in a death match is pretty fucking. I'm here for that.
Yeah, so that's I needed to share that just to get everyone else excited about the idea of Drake Younger versus Drew Parker at the gathering of the Juggalos. But also
Both men who have retired from death matches in the last year, I believe.
Yeah. Well, you can never get
They
away
do it
from
against each
spooky
other. It
dust.
doesn't count.
It's fair.
Like,
That's true. Maybe it's an exhibition death match.
Well, actually, to be fair, Drake retired from death matches. I don't know how Mr. 50 feels about death matches.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. I love it. I love it. Man. I'm just thinking of all the Drake death matches we could be getting. If he would just come out and play.
You think Drake's stopping himself?
Yeah.
The phone's ringing. He's not picking up.
It's for his kids, okay? He's all about the kids. You know that about him.
Yeah,
I-
and
I do.
there's someone out there who they know there's so much money in Drake Younger versus Otis Cogar, but Drake just won't do it.
Give me Mad Dog versus Drake. Come on, people. Let's get fucking
Wait,
going.
that wouldn't be a death match. That'd be a dog collar match.
Oh, it's
He can
real.
still do that.
I guess so.
Anyway, I'm sorry to cut you. It needed to be on record that we're all excited for Drake Younger versus Drew Parker at the gathering of the Juggalos. Sam, please tell us what you watched this week.
I watched half a wrestling show that was bad, and that was it. SCI Night 1. Not good. Do not recommend. mostly bad wrestling. One match that I did like, Cody Manhorn versus Colby Carino, which also included a spot that would have been my least favorite spot on many shows, where Colby takes a poison Rana and then immediately follows up with a knee to the back of Manhorn's head, and then they both lay on the ground for like 20 seconds. It's bad, but the match itself pretty good. But the first half of that show, at least the tournament matches, real fucking bad. Don't know what we're doing here. SCI used to mean something. Channing Thomas versus Vinny Massaro, not
Yeah.
it, folks. Not it.
You couldn't even hold on for the Mad Dog match. You threw in the towel.
I made the Mad Dog match.
Okay.
It is the least intense Mad Dog match you will watch this year.
Yeah, you really blew Katie Parker's mind with that one. What's her
Yeah,
name? Katie
that should
Parker,
happen.
8675452 or whatever.
But no, it's just like Mad Dog putting in like a C+ performance, C performance. He's like just doing basic shit. Like
Yeah, I mean,
Maddox is good, but it's not what you want.
Right, that's how I felt about Fishman at the Zona 23 show, where it's like he knows he's not in the main event. You know, he's probably getting some money, but he's probably not getting crazy money. So it's like, you know, you get the house show mode.
Now, do you know the spoilers? Because if you held on, night 2 he faces Channing Thomas. I mean,
no, I saw that. And that's actually kind of what made me say, there's no payoff here. There's nothing more I can watch after that Mortar versus Mad Dog match that will turn this ship around. In Mortar, just to be clear, I don't think he's bad necessarily. This just was not. He looks kind of stupid, but what are you gonna do? He does he's pretty big and does a lion salt. I think that's pretty nice, but also not much to work with, all in all. Also, Hunter Drake, bad professional wrestler. One of the most offensively talentless fuckers I've seen in a long time. 100 pounds soaking wet, gets to kick out of this real fuck you finisher type move from Bojack. No business doing that. Just abysmal. The worst kicks I've seen in a long time. What else did I see from that first half? Oh, Diego Hill and Teriyaki. It's like watching Diego Hill, who I like primarily, against Diego Hill 0.5, just someone who moves at literally half the speed of him, trying to do some of the same shit. It's not fun to watch. Anyway, not going to give a full-hearted recommendation for SCI Night 1, unfortunately.
I saw someone telling you to watch it, and I pulled it up, and I was like, I'm not even going to pretend to start that.
Tim said it, and I was like, you know what? He's right. I should get an opinion on SCI. Why not? It used to be a thing that people cared about. I think it's been dead, but good lord, we don't even have a Makabe match so that we can feel like there's some juice to the weekend. I'm PO'd, Dan. I'm PO'd.
Tomorrow night in St. Louis, we get Anakin Murphy, Gary J, and Jeremy Wyatt versus Victor Analog, Mad Dog Connolly, and Warhorse. We got the dog and the horse
Victor
on the
Analog?
same team. You know, some guy who's going to get pinned, probably.
I've got to look this man up. Whoa, I don't like it. This guy's got a TV on his head. All right, fine, whatever. I think Jeremy Wyatt and Mad Dog interaction sounds good.
I'm looking at a picture of Victor Analog, and without the TV on his head, he looks like if Balls Mahoney had a teenage son.
Oh, I was thinking yassified Balls Mahoney.
That
those
too.
two.
Balls Mahoney's metrosexual son.
Perfect. Nailed it. Anyway, Dan, this is all I watched. It wasn't a good experience. I watched instead She's the Man with my wife. Still a good movie. Amanda Bynes, she really could have been a star.
They did her wrong.
They did her wrong. Chronicle with Michael B. Jordan. Pretty good. Never seen it. Pretty good. Max Landis.
I was gonna say, is
Poor
that a Max
guy.
Landis joint?
That's a Max Landis joint. So it is all about wrestling, you know. It's all about wrestling.
You know that Bright could have been his Star Wars if they wouldn't have fucked with it.
I know it. I think about that literally every single day of my life.
Do you know
What
that
could have been.
he recently posted a pro wrestling podcast on his YouTube page, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this. This is gonna be like a funny thing. I couldn't.
And if there's too many slurs for Dan Rice, you got a problem.
Exactly.
You know you got a problem.
I watched
my
The Da
goodness.
Vinci Code. It's a bad movie.
I want to see the new.
That's a real movie star.
I went to go see the new I Know He Did Last Summer.
I did too. Let's talk about it, Dan. What were your thoughts?
I liked it.
I thought it was okay. I feel like I'm very confused by it.
I didn't realize, like, I thought it was gonna be like complete. I didn't realize how connected it would be. I thought it was gonna be a reboot, and it's like a sequel.
Man, have you ever seen any of these goddamn movies, Dan? Are you fucking living under a damn rock?
No, but it's been but it's been a long time, right?
Sure, but this is like the fifth one of these movies in the past like 4 years. Like,
Oh, okay, not the fifth
this
I
is
Know
all-
He Did Last Summer.
No, sorry. This is just
I was
all
like,
the
holy
way
shit.
the horror movies of the 80s and 90s, especially. It's just,
Did you stay for the scene? The
Oh,
post-credit
yeah.
scene? I think
Yeah.
it's really funny. Like, who could care?
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? My
Oh,
wife
did you
said
care?
that made it. That made
Oh
the
my
whole thing worth it.
god!
Yeah, she is also. Guys, cover your ears if you care about spoilers for the mid-credit scene of I Know What You Did
Yeah,
Last
I'm
Summer,
muting.
2025. Brandy? My wife loves her. Just everything. She loves the Cinderella with her. Good lord.
Oh my god!
So yeah, Dan, I got the audience right fucking here.
I take it back. But the I saw it with my niece and nephew, and then that was like, they were like, young people were the audience there. Like, they weren't old people in the theater. So I just remember thinking, like, this all means nothing, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a very funny movie. It just, I don't know. Again, I don't know who it's for. I don't know if it's for the people that have seen I Know What You Did Last Summer, or is it for?
I think it's explicitly for people my age who saw that movie either in the theaters or rented it from Blockbuster Video, and who are now going like, I remember that.
Yeah, it also has,
it's like-
it has an excessive amount of comedy that I think only works for people like 10 years younger than us or plus. Like, there's a shit in there. I was like, I don't know what do you mean divas up? What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
What does that
when
mean?
you said that, that is the exact line I had in my head. I was like, I know he's talking about divas.
And I can say that because guess what? That doesn't make anything to anyone here because it's nonsensical in the movie. It's nonsensical out of the movie. I guess unless you're under the age of 20, and maybe that means something to you.
So
will say this.
my movie. No, go on, Dan. Sorry.
I was gonna say, go see it though. If you think you want to see it, go see it. It's fine. It flies by.
Yeah, I think it's like
Yeah.
a very watchable movie. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
In a
Yeah.
year,
I'm gonna
in a
see
year
it.
I might have different thoughts.
So my movie news is that I bought tickets to see the Fantastic Four movie. And then 5 minutes after I bought those tickets, I remembered we were doing VPR tonight. So I had to, 5 minutes after buying the tickets, ask for a refund for the tickets. So now I'm out like $2 in service fees for no reason.
Oh my god! Oh, are we
What
that
time's
forgettable?
what time's the movie start?
The movie started half an hour ago.
Oh, say if it was like a 10:30 showing, just run, get out of here.
No, because there's I wanted to try again the stupid. I went to see Superman in like the IMAX 4D thing where like the seats move, and it was weird but fun. It was like sitting in one of those massage chairs in the mall, but like if like a drunk person who doesn't like you is operating it. And I'm like, well, I can't base this off of one experience. I gotta see it again. I gotta try this again. So I was gonna try it with Fantastic Four, but the only theater that has that in like Massachusetts is like a 40-minute drive from me. So
See, it sucks
Kinda
because I
like
just saw Superman. Now I know what you did with Summer, but I also have to see Fantastic Four and Naked Gun because those are both PWH films.
yeah, we got it. We gotta
I gotta
support
support my man.
our
Yeah.
the fucking Proteus champion for
What do you
progress or
mean?
whatever it is.
I keep forgetting, like PWH. He is like the most working man of Hollywood.
He's
let
in
me tell ya.
everything.
He's in fucking everything. He's like in 6 movies.
Yeah,
this
how
year.
does he have time?
He's
In
out here
between-
running. It's like Tony Khan, but on steroids. Tony Khan has nothing on him.
I just found out he was in that Apple TV movie with Casey Affleck and Matt Damon, and so now I have to watch that shit.
Air 2?
No, The Instigators. It's like a
that's not a
comedy
real
heist
movie.
film.
That doesn't sound real.
I'm finding it out in real time, and I'm like, well, I will have to watch this with my free Apple TV subscription that I don't use.
What do you mean free? How do you get free?
I think it's free through AT&T, maybe.
All right. Good to know.
I know I don't pay for it, but I have it.
Anyway, Big Top.
I think we just did the big top.
Honestly, it's getting late, guys.
It's getting late.
It's getting late.
No, the big
We
top
can-
is
you want
Hulk
to do
Hogan,
some?
and I
You
know
want
what
to just
you did
do
last time.
Q&AR?
Yeah.
Can I be asked? Kinda. I feel like we've talked about the top 100 podcasts of all time. We talked about Hogan. Like
I
if
feel like
that's not-
Q&AR. Some of our questions will touch upon our almost big top.
No, it's very good because I did say that we're going to talk about it, which means we don't actually have to talk about it.
I fucking love lying to these little assholes.
What do they care? These fucking
We announced
pigs. They don't pay us.
we announced the big top before Hogan died.
It's just
That's
still
true.
real. Like no one's going to blame us. Maybe
Oh
Tim
man,
will.
it's gonna be so annoying when like greatest wrestler ever poll opens back up and people are like pushing for Hogan because now that he's dead, it's okay. Now that
Those
he's no
rings.
longer actively capable of saying the N word because he's dead, it's like okay, we can vote for him again. It's like with all the fucking 80s Southern wrestlers who were in the Klan.
I'm doubling down on him being bad now, actually. I'm going to go the opposite direction. Steer us towards a better tomorrow. First question. Eamon. Which 150 tag teams would you rank above the Dudley Boys?
Number 1, the Outrunners.
Fair enough. Number 2, Chris.
Just me.
Number 2.
Thank you.
What?
I think Sam's asking you for number 2. He's not listing you as the second tag team.
Oh,
I was like, why'd you say thank you?
Who's on first?
I'm going to go with the New Rockers.
Perfect. Pat, number 3.
Madman Pondo and Necro Butcher.
That's a great answer. Great answer. 4, Up in Smoke. And then so on from there.
You get the
next
vibe.
question. You get where we're going with this. Like Chikara had a lot of tag teams. Dan and me are gonna rifle through every single one of them.
The question is, can we rank Big Dick Dudley and Dances with Dudley above the Dudley Boys?
Yeah.
We're just actually going to answer this question every episode, and we're going to add 4 more teams until we've gotten to 150.
That's good. I was trying to think of a Chikara tag team I like less than the Dudley Boys.
Fist, but with Johnny Gargano.
How dare you?
Next up. Next up.
There's probably some
oh.
late Chikara ones.
Oh, that is true. Post shutdown, Chikara.
Crumbles and Defarge for the win. That's all I'm saying.
That fucking race car team.
The Sea Stars.
Crash Jackson and some fucker. Sea Stars, come on, man. I say Sea Stars they're better. They're better than the Dudleys. Poof, that's 5. Eamon didn't list out 150 tag teams on Twitter if you want to read those. I can't say they're correct because I have to imagine there's too much Dragon Gate on that list. But yeah, go do that. Katie Parker asks, what is your personal greatest match ever? Whether it's one that's on the greatest match ever list or a contender that just narrowly made it into the list. I don't really know what the question is asking on the second half of this. But let's say what's your number one? What's your numero?
Fonzie versus Beulah. That's not even a fucking.
Yeah,
it's not even a pointed debate for me.
Of course, we talked about it on Desert Island.
Yeah, I mean,
listen to
it's not a bit. It's like I earnestly believe that is the best match.
It's not wrong. It's factual. Chris,
Brett versus the 1-2-3 Kid.
Dan,
Jay versus Mark.
Santo versus Casas from 97. That'll do it. Tim, wait, sorry. Shrimp Biscuit 420. What's the greatest match ever? I feel like we just answered that. So
Joe versus Necro.
Joe versus Necro.
Just change my answer every time.
Fuck you.
I think he's asking us to explain what a greatest match ever means.
Oh, sorry. What's the greatest match ever? That's philosophical. Yeah.
It means,
and the answer is it's the match that made the most money.
Okay. Chris, you had a better answer or a different answer?
It means Bret Hart is in the ring with the 1-2-3 Kid.
You lost me at Bret Hart. Tim, whose OnlyFans is giving you the best value for your dollar? Cora Jade or Matt Riddle?
Matt Riddle.
I'm doing some research on this. 1 second, I gotta get my credit card
I
out.
cannot do those searches to better understand the content that they're producing on their accounts,
All right,
so I can't say for certain. And
it's pretty simple here. Let me look up. I'm just getting the links to this shit.
Yeah, I am currently searching Matt Riddle OnlyFans leaks and giving myself the most powerful virus in the world.
I'm just looking to see how much they both cost. That's
I will say
the question is value for money. So
I'm a journalist and I was working on a story for this website, Violent People, and I have DM'd Misha Montana, who I gotta imagine is pretty prominently featured in Matt Riddle's OnlyFans, so I'm gonna say them. Sorry, Cora.
Okay, so Matt Riddle is $20 per month.
Oh Jesus.
And he has 29 posts.
Whoa, that's terrible.
Not a good ROI.
Yeah, that's gotta be.
So I'm trying to find what fucking Cora Jade's. What's her fucking name?
Elena Black.
It's not Cora Jade. Yes, thank you.
You should know a GCW legend's name.
I should, but I don't.
She is 1119 and has 56 posts. This is a much better bang for your buck.
So
it is not Matt Riddle.
God, Cora Jade just wiping the fucking floor with.
Now it's on sale right now, but even full price, we're talking $16 a month. Still a better deal.
Yeah, that seems worth it, honestly. Brother 48. What's the worst great match? The first question I'm gonna just say, like, who the fuck cares?
It's the worst great match is what is it? Fucking 6-7-95 or whatever the All Japan one that people talk about, like it's like a fucking Bible verse.
Like it's 9/11/01.
Yeah.
You get it? Get it?
Don't shit
Oh.
talk Brother 48. I'm pretty sure he's Pat's next door neighbor.
Probably. But
Fucking knock
actually,
on his
while,
door,
while,
see what
while I
he's-
was out to
Tough guy.
fun, unrelated story, while I was out delivering mail, so there's a duplex that is numbers 9 and 11 on a certain street. And as I'm walking up, the mailbox just says 9/11 in huge letters on it. I'm like, you'd think their neighbors would have said something to them about this by now. But I was insanely jealous of like, this is a house that just has 9/11 on it in huge letters, and no one can get mad at them because it's numbers 9 and 11. They beat the
Ew.
system.
What are you gonna do for a Klondike bar? Tucky, if you could ban one match from being voted on for the GME greatest match ever, what would it be and why?
Just one. That makes it hard. I would ban from consideration Brett versus Austin at WrestleMania 13.
There we go. Good answer.
Just to be annoying. Actually, you know what? Brett versus the best take on that is Shodate's take, where he's like, it's actually a bad match because the stipulation is it's a submission match, and they don't like spend the entire match doing mat work. That is
True.
a take on wrestling I respect. Is that the Brett versus Austin is a bad match because of the stipulation.
Not wrong. Not wrong. Speaking truth to power. Yeah, that match that Pat was talking about before, not the Brett match.
The 9/11 match in Japan.
The 9/11 match. That's where it's my personal 9/11.
I would
Hokuto, Kandori, keep the women down.
Fucking knew it. I knew it. Christ.
Number
That's a-
3,
that- now
get
that is
the
a good-
fuck
that
out
is-
of here with
is a
that.
fucking- banning that one is a really good troll.
I would ban Jeff Hardy versus Sting. I don't think that should be considered. It's a really bad match. I don't know why you would vote for that.
When you said Jeff
Well-
Hardy, I started scrolling. I was like, what's going on?
I mean, the thing is, wrestling nowadays is about aura and chills and cinema, and there is no greater cinema than the end of Victory Road 2011.
That is true.
I
didn't
you might
have-
call it you might call it cinema verite.
I don't like that.
I would
don't like that.
actually respect the hell out of someone that voted for that. I just didn't have like a real answer because I don't give a shit.
Got
So,
him. Fucking red to filth, you nerds.
It's just like, I mean, I'm gonna disagree with plenty, but it's just like vote for whatever you want. Like,
I hate my joke sexist answer because like Mariah May versus Tony Storm, I just complimented that match, but like that happened fucking 4 months ago. Shut up. That will not be on this list when they do it again. That's crazy.
and
I don't
you
have
are
the
right
list in
that
front of me.
the
Is
Mercedes
Team
match is
Cash
better.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Team Cash versus Team Blackout on the 100 greatest matches ever?
I'll have to double check, but I don't think so.
These stupid fuckers.
Don't fucking know ball. All right, Damo. If you could ban one person from voting on the greatest match ever, who would it be and why? Chris doesn't vote, but don't think he should.
Because I would have a bunch of Bret Hart matches in there.
Oh my god, you would have too many Bret Hart matches. Oh, it's disgusting to even think about.
I would ban Bix. I don't know why, but it just feels like the right thing to do, like in a moral and ethical sense.
Yeah, because he would vote for matches based on the moral standing. Dan?
I would probably ban Grimace.
Oh my god. What did Steven ever do to you? That's
Just-
rude.
Just too much
That's
just
so
Joshi.
rude.
You know, we get it.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I would also
Um,
ban myself because if I did vote, I would actually get mad.
you too
Yeah,
invested.
that's
invested.
the issue with these things for me is like I would go out of my way to plead the case for all these matches. I would nominate whatever, and then all of it would be like with the VP 100s where my entire ballot is like clocking in at like maxing out at like number 300 on the overflow lists.
Why is no one else voting for these IWRG matches?
Yeah, it's
Black Terry's nowhere on that list. That's crazy.
Crazy or racist? MC, what is one match that should have been an instant contender for GME but missed the mark? I can't look at those results anymore. It's tough on my eyes. So I'm gonna pass on that one. Anyone want to answer that?
Tremont versus Gage at the concrete one.
Factoids.
Oh yeah, that would have definitely been on my list.
I love it. I love it.
I always want to say it's Tournament of Survival, but I think it's Nick Gage Invitational too.
I think
I
it is Nick
believe
Cage
I
Invitational.
believe that is correct.
Pork, Hulk Hogan is dead. Discuss. I think we already did.
I feel like we
All right,
did.
the answer to that podcast, you rewind it back to the start of the podcast,
But not the very
and then
start.
listening. Yeah, there's a sweet spot somewhere in there, and then listen to that all the way through again, and get back to this point, and then continue.
Yeah, you only can listen through the second time around at this point.
The second time around, you'll know where it's all going, so you'll be able to pick up on the Easter eggs. It's like when you rewatch a Marvel movie.
Marilyn, on that same note, what is your favorite Hulk Hogan moment?
Pooping my gym brother.
That's tough to top.
Good.
Poop brother.
Poop.
I mean, just his use of social media. There are so many good ones. It's I retweeted the fucking him at the like me and all my friends seeing Ninja Turtles at 10:30 p.m. brother. It's just him sitting in the empty movie theater like a weirdo.
And he misspells Ninja Turtles, and it's one letter off from the N-word.
Yes. Saying Bam Margera was dead.
I need a serious cup of mud, brother. Can I text you?
When he in his sex tape when he complains about eating bad fish.
He was
really
a
did
bad
give us a lot.
person, but he was one of the funniest people to ever live.
Absolutely.
He's one of one.
In terms of his wrestling career, it was I don't fucking know. It was probably just all the times he would like bleed like a stuck pig for some reason.
I liked when he
Danny,
could
got
smell the
anything?
death on. I like when he could smell the death on that Make-A-Wish kid. That show he wasn't on. That's what's like so good about Hulk Hogan lies. It's like he's not lying about one thing. Like every aspect of the story is a lie.
They always say the greatest lies are the ones with a kernel of truth, but he debunks that.
No, yeah, fuck that. The greatest lie is when you can tell kids are dying and go wrestle a match.
He makes up a kernel to tell his lie about. I got nothing. All right, we're scrolling a lot right now. Aben with Our Lady Peace. I don't know who that is for clarity.
They did Chris Benoit's theme.
I mean, you'll get it with context of the
okay.
question. Yeah, you're gonna figure this out here.
Yeah.
I would absolutely would not have. Re-recording, releasing whatever with edits made in order to reclaim the song. How long until VPR tries to reclaim the Tanner era episodes? So I do need to rewind a little bit. How does the edits reclaim the song?
They took out the Jim Johnson guitar riff and they redid the vocals. Like they just re-recorded the song with like a different arrangement.
It sucks.
It sounds like they made it worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
They
not
took out
good.
the good part. Okay.
Yeah, what if the song sucked?
Anyway, the answer is we should reclaim the fucking Twitch stream. Or at the very least, just ask Tanner what the password is to it.
This is a great question. Great.
Would you be willing to, if I got you a script to record all of Tanner's lines and we like
That would be
redo
so funny.
it? We redo
Just like
it
one
with you saying
episode at
this shit.
least.
You have to talk a lot about hot
No,
dogs. I'm so sorry.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
you
hot
have to
dog
talk
stuff I'm
about
fine
Noah.
with. Yeah, the hot dog stuff I'm fine with. I would be totally fine with that. I do not want to be recorded saying I like Noah. Like that, I've got some small amount of dignity.
But you're more of a Limit Break fan.
Totally different promotions.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
We're all getting fucking fired up again.
Well, your script will be in the mail, and we can go from there. Orc, if one of you were to die, would you stop the podcast, or is it like when Tanner left and you just find someone to replace them? I think it depends how one of you die.
I was thinking, when he first read the question, I was thinking like Owen Hart, like mid podcast. Do you guys just keep recording if I die? I got bad news with
probably
Orc.
noticed.
He's high on the list of replacement people.
That'd be tough for him. That's a tough out. Unless I die, and I'm the least likely person to want to record late. So I don't know if late helps him or hurts him, honestly. Time zones, man. Fucking crazy.
I mean, I feel like how they died, like it could just be a real bummer, and it just takes the wind out of our sails.
or it could energize us and motivate us.
Well, I've written a note on my phone that says, "I hope those guys don't fucking keep going without me."
All right. So
I don't know which way that'll make you go.
Oh
if
yeah,
Dan
That makes
dies-
me think I know which way you're going.
Next day, I'm hitting up Cole.
No. See, if
Next
Dan
hour.
dies, we do shutter Violent People Radio. Violent People Radio is over, but it's like New Order, and Joy Division lost their singer, so they restarted as New Order. We start as We Still Don't Know Evolve.
There we go. It's perfect. No one will expect a thing.
The real thing, if Dan dies, then we got to get someone else plugged into Facebook, and I'm not sure it's like ethical to ask someone to do that.
It'd be a tough sell. All right. A bastard. Did you also cry when Hulk Hogan died?
Tears of joy.
Yeah, I've cried a lot today.
So I was at work when it happened, and someone texted me with the link to the TMZ story, and my thought was, because I was in the middle of delivering the mail, and I can't you got to use both hands for it. I can't just be on my phone while I'm out doing
That's
it.
what she said.
Exactly.
Fucking got him.
Yeah, I am using both of my fucking hands, man, because I'm an expert at this shit. But my thought was, I am going to miss a good few hours of the Discord going insane. And I haven't scrolled back to check if I was right or not, but I was just kind of like, man, Hulk Hogan's dying and I'm at work. I'm not shit posting with everyone. This sucks.
I like that we have a nice group to shit post over Hulk Hogan's death. Nice. Honestly, I was more annoyed I had to talk about Hulk Hogan for larger chunks of my day than I wanted to.
Oh no, I loved it. It was a great day.
It's like, okay, so Hulk Hogan, racist.
I mean, he's an old Italian guy from Florida with everything that entails. An old Italian guy with money from Florida.
Yep.
Just, it's what happens when you make the choice to be a baby boomer from Florida.
Have one last question, and it's okay. It's pretty good. Hole, Nickelback, or Creed?
Creed.
I'm saying Creed just because I can't really remember any Nickelback songs.
Not even the Raw
I
theme.
can
It's fucking
I can
Nickelback,
picture
folks. What the fuck are we doing here?
I can picture the Nickelback guy. Also, the Nickelback guy isn't as funny as Scott Stapp.
Look at that photograph. Every time I look at it, it makes me laugh. All right, folks. That's that. Oh, we didn't promote anything about the site.
We did.
this week.
I would say I
Fucking
need to
blew
promote
it.
some
Fucking
shit.
blew it.
Guys, we fucked that up. Coro wrote some shit.
All right. Let's
There was a new
this.
Dig Deep. They're on their 8th episode. They did a great fucking review of All In. Tim's doing some T1 bullshit. I mean, it's way better than watching the shows. I think he's got
been
Last
more
episode was
of
like
them out.
9 minutes.
Yeah,
Don't
way
try-
quicker
Yeah,
than watching the shows.
I've been listening to those, and yes, I really appreciate Tim. I'm never gonna watch the G1 probably ever again in my life, but I really appreciate Tim being like, let's just get in and out in 10 minutes.
Well, I like it because he also lies to his listeners. Because the first episode he says these will all be under 10 minutes, and then he's like, "Well, not this one," and that's good shit. Also, I don't know if I can say what it is, but I will be soon before the next one of these be appearing on a podcast on the feed in the lab.
Okay.
I think. I don't know, appearing
You
somewhere.
can't tell us what podcast it is?
I don't think I'm allowed to say what it is.
Is it a podcast that already exists on that feed?
I feel like if I get into it, you're gonna figure it out pretty quickly.
Okay.
Let's just say it's gonna be a late night.
I fucking hope so. God, I was hoping so. Oh, you've jinxed it. All right, cool. Anyway, listen to Tim's Pod Blast. TM. And you guys got anything? Otherwise, you'll hear from us next week.
Yeah,
except for me.
if you want to talk about deathmatch shit, death panel, open submissions. If anyone wants to write little bits and pieces about cool deathmatch shit from July, hit me up on the server, hit me up on X, the Everything app, hit me up on Blue Sky. I will basically publish anything I am given unless it will get the site shut down.
And I don't know how we would do that at this point. So there you go.
Yeah, we've published a lot.
Yeah, we do a lot of terrorist threats on our website.
More than you expect.
We're already, with the Grom Zaza thing, we're making deals with foreign nationals.